are welcome to our show, a show dubbed The Bitter Truth. The Bitter Truth. Thank you for joining the show. If today is the first time that you are watching this show, The Bitter Truth, on Ghana News channel on Facebook or the Ghana News YouTube channel, we are humbly pleading with you to be part of this family. Like the Facebook page, Ghana News Facebook page. Feel free to share to all other social media platforms, your WhatsApp groups, to your friends, to be part of this conversation. Drop your comments. Let us hear from you, your views and opinions in the comment section on both Facebook and on YouTube. You are parts of this show. Be part of it. Don't leave yourself out. Remember, the immediate past former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo urged the citizens that Ghanaians that we should be citizens, not spectators. So let's all be citizens and not spectators. Today's presentation that we are bringing to you on The Bitter Truth is a humble plea that we are making to the Council of States. It's an appeal to the Council of States to demonstrate patriotism, to demonstrate leadership, not to burden Ghana's ailing economy with V8 acquisition. This is a plea that The Bitter Truth is making on behalf of the citizens of Ghana. We are making a passionate plea before the members of the Council of States that Ghana is in a distress. Ghana is not in a good economic state. As a result of that, we are begging the members of the Council of States not to demand V8 from Ghana, not to demand V8 from the states, because the Ghana's ailing economy, we don't think it can support such a request. National patriotism is an important ingredient for national development, but you will agree with The Bitter Truth that we are lacking patriotism. The first president of Ghana, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, realizing the importance of patriotism, he demonstrated it in his governance and his leadership. Seeing the importance of national patriotism, we came to read, to learn that he instituted an institution called Nkrumah Ideological Institute. Nkrumah Ideological Institute. And Ghanaians who had the opportunity to go through Ideological Institute imbibed patriotism. Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah saw the relevance of national patriotism in the development of the country. He saw it as an important ingredient, national development ingredient. And as a result of that, the late Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah demonstrated it and ensured the citizens of Ghana, Ghanaian youth, were taken through series of training to cultivate patriotism, love for Ghana, love for one's nation. But you will agree with The Bitter Truth that in our current dispensation, successive political leaders and the citizens of Ghana will lack patriotism, and that has affected the development of our beloved Ghana. We are making a passionate appeal to the Council of State that this time the Council of State cannot afford. They should lead the way. They should demonstrate patriotism. They should not burden Ghana's ailing economy with V8 acquisition. If the 31 members that constitute the Council of State, if you should provide a V8 for all of them, that is a huge resource that they can use to support His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to invest in a sector that can create job for the Ghanaian youth who are jobless. We are making a passionate appeal to the Council of State that this time around they should lead the way. They should demonstrate patriotism by telling His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama and the states, the Republic of Ghana, that we know our current circumstance, the present situation that the state finds itself. The economy of Ghana cannot provide V8 to the 31 members that constitute the Council of States. So we are not going to demand John Dramani Mahama to provide V8 to us. We believe, this platform believe, the members that constitute the Council of States, they have made it in life. They cannot convince us that they don't have a means of transport. We believe that all of them, if not all of them, the majority of the Council of State has a means of transport. The best they can give Ghana to lead the way, to lead by leadership by example, exemplary leadership, is to say we are not taking V8 from Ghana. We are ready to support John Dramani Mahama to succeed. We are ready to support Ghana, that in his Ghana reset agenda we will and we want to be part of it, to succeed in Ghana reset agenda. So we are not going to demand a V8 from the state. This is a passionate plea that the bitter truth we are putting before the members of the Council of State. Please, we beg you, we are on our knees, we are pleading. The council chair led by Honorable Joe Do Ajaho, the council chair led by Honorable former Speaker of Parliament Do Ajaho, we are pleading. Ye pamuchao, ye srawan, ye dekukunami. Ofane, we beg you, don't demand V8 from the state. We don't think the economy is in a state that can support it. But you see, during the inauguration, His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama made some relevant request, appeal, and we want to listen to what John Dramani Mahama said during the inauguration of the Council of State. His expectation for the people of Ghana from the Council of States. Let us go and listen to him. Just take a careful listen to John Dramani Mahama.
Today marks another significant step in our collective commitment to the democratic governance structure that balances authority with sound counsel, power with prudence, and leadership with wisdom. It is in this spirit that the Council of State was established, to serve as a reservoir of experience, a fountain of, as a distinguished advisory body. Is composed of men and women of integrity, experience, and sound judgment. Your role is not merely ceremonial, it is one of profound responsibility. You are expected to offer wise counsel on matters of governance, policy, and experience. Today marks...
You heard His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama urging the Council of State members that they are not mere ordinary men in our society. They are men and women of repute. They are men and women that has made it, and they ought to provide balance of power, balance of authority. So if His Excellency the President is urging them that, look, they should not see themselves as just a mere ceremonial, committee, but the Constitution has mandated, is demanded certain level of what? Commitment, that they should be able to provide wise and sound counsel. It's an advisory body that is expected to offer good counsel, to offer good advice, to balance His Excellency the President's power. This is what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is demanding from the Council of State. As balance of authority with sound power, with prudence. You are to provide leadership with what? Wisdom. We are pleading with the Council of State. It got to a point, what's happened under immediate past President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It made a lot of Ghanaians complain. They were asking, do we really have a Council of State? Was Ghana having a Council of State under immediate past former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo? There were a lot of things that were happening that Ghanaians were questioning the existence and relevance of Council of State. You can take it or leave it. Remember, the show you are watching is Bitter Truth. We speak truth, and truth is like bitter pills. You might not like it, yes, but that is it. Ghanaians were complaining. They were asking that, look, what was relevance of the Council of State? And as much as if you consider the scarce resource of Ghana that was spent on them, people were questioning the relevance of Council of State, because, and most especially when our Constitution leaves room for the President to either take the advice of Council of State or not, which is one of lacuna in the Constitution, that Ghanaians felt that, look, we should even scrap the Council of State, because there were many things that were happening under the immediate past former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that people were asking whether the Council of State was really giving good counsel to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency. That Ghanaians were asking, or was it the case that the Council of State were offering advice, but the immediate past former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo refused to use their advice? Those were questions that Ghanaians were asking, because there were a lot of things that were happening. Now, in fact, Ghanaians were not happy, and people called for the scrapping of the Council of State, because we did not even see the relevance of it. The state was not enjoying the benefits of the Council of States. On the internet, it should even be scrapped off, and this is what happened. And this is the reason, the bitter we are saying that this time round, the Council of State cannot afford to fail us. They should demonstrate patriotism. They should demonstrate leadership. They should not burden Ghana's ailing economy. They shouldn't be interested in only taking what? The V8s. The acquisition of V8. They should spare this country. They should tell Ghana that, look, we know that the state is not in a good status. economically. Therefore, we the members of the Council of State, we are not going to demand a V8 from the state. This is a request that the bitter truth on behalf of the people of Ghana we are putting before the Council of State. They should do this country a favor. Tell Ghana, come on with a publication. We are not going to demand V8 from the states. And we hope if you are able to do this, Ghanaians will clap for the Council of State. This is the bitter truth. Our beloved and loyal viewer and a listener, what is your opinion? What is your view about this? Do you agree with the bitter truth that let the Council of State spare this country with the V8 acquisition, that burden? We of the view that the members of the Council of State, they have a means of transport. This is not the time to demand V8 from the country. Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth. Listen to John Dramani Mahama one more time.
The times we find ourselves in demand nothing less than selfless service, constructive dialogue, and unwavering patriotism. Our nation faces complex challenges, including economic distress, social. Addressing these issues, your voices must be heard not in mere rhetoric, but in insightful, actionable, and transformative guidance that will propel our nation forward.
You heard John Dramani Mahama. You heard His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama urging the Council of State, the members, that their presence, that committee should not, that council should not only be ceremonial. It should not only be a ceremonial. Ghanaians are not interested only in their rhetorics, but they should offer constructive suggestions. They should offer constructive advice to the president on his policies. The time we find ourselves at crucial time, that Ghanaian will not take anything but a constructive advice from the Council of State. This is the best that they can offer this country. So they should not shy from advising the president. Ghanaian would want to see a vibrant Council of States. They should not only become a political stooge, just like what we witnessed under the previous regime. Ghanaians will love to see a Council of State, a vibrant Council of State that will support His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama's Ghana Reset agenda, so that the country can succeed to enhance the standard of living in the country. This is what Ghanaians expect from the members of the Council of State. Their presence should not be ceremonial. They should offer constructive criticism. They should support His Excellency the President Ghana's reset agenda, but they should reset in the right direction. This is the bitter truth. Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth. Truth is like bitter pills. The previous Council of State, me say Ghanaians were questioning His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ghanaians were questioning the relevance of the Council of State. We want to see the benefit of our resources that will be spent on the Council of State. This is the reason we are asking that. It will be good. It will be very, very glad and heartwarming to hear the Council of State members to say that we are not going to demand V8s from the states. Let former Speaker Honorable Do Ajaho-led Council of State come out. They should do this country this favor, and Ghanaians would applaud them. Listen.
As you take your oath of office today, I urge you to be guided by the principles of integrity, objectivity, clarity. Your advice be rooted in wisdom. I also wish to draw attention to heightened expectation of all who serve in public office. In recent times, the Council of State has come under criticism from an expectant public who perceive their work as unsatisfactory and merely one designed Council of State and called for it to be scrapped. I hold out hope that your tenure as Council of State members will convince those who may doubt your. On behalf of the people of Ghana and on my own behalf, I will continue to build a nation that upholds justice, progress, freedom, and unity. May God bless you in your service, and may He bless our beloved.
You just heard from His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama. You just heard from His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, also alluding that Ghanaians became agitated and were calling for the scrapping of the Council of State because they were not experiencing the benefits. They were not seeing the relevance of Council of State, and as a result of that, he's urging this Council of State to change that perception, that public perception that has been formed about the Council of State. If you look at the resources that goes into their activities, and Ghanaians were crying that we do not see, or they were not experiencing, they were not seeing the relevance of their contribution to our national development. On the internet, people were calling for the scrapping of the Council of State. And he was urging Honorable Ajaho-led Council of State that there should be a Council of State with distincts. They should change that perception. They should convince Ghanaians to know the importance and the relevance of Council of State. And this platform, we are urging that the Council of State should not burden the country with V8 acquisition. Thus is the greatest gift, a good note that they can start with. They should declare publicly that they will not demand V8 from Ghana. This will be a good note to start on, and I believe that the good people of Ghana would appreciate this from the Council of State, that yes, they want to be prudent because the states do not have enough resources. This is the bitter truth that you are watching. Remember, the show is bitter truth. The truth is bitter, but it must be told. Kaida jumejare kana ya nokore remaining. Penifo say nokore ya win. Naka ya kana wanabaka nokore remain yabaka. Let us be citizens, not spectators. On into a watch of man who do on the Yaraka into yase. Oh, yeah, Abujukwa what to a man penny for one can show money that a freezy. You're not busy. Yem bisa V18 fee on Manigana ho. Zahumo to my Yadabwa on Mampenny John Dramani Mahama Nama Bunin. Ni Ghana for on ye. You may can ya no call women. You may say the the Council of State
giving you emphatic victory in the last general election. It clearly shows that in their interest. I want to assure you on behalf of Council that we work as a team. We will support you in the governance structure, in the discharge of our constitutional and statutory responsibilities. The Council of State, as you rightly pointed out. Some have even called for its abolition. But I want to assure you that this council will be a council of a difference.
We just heard the chair of the Council of States, former Speaker Honorable Do Ajaho, pledging the council's assurance to the good people of this country trying to His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama that they know that he has taken the mantle at a difficult moment, at a difficult time, and they are ready to pledge their support to his government to succeed. It is good that though Ajaho acknowledge that some Ghanaians, they have called for the scrapping of Council of State, and this platform, the bitter truth, would like to remind the Council of State that thus is enough clarion call to send a message to the Council of State that Ghanaians' expectation is very high. The expectation of the Council of State is very, very high, that Ghanaian will not sit down without speaking. And therefore, we are urging that the Council of State, this Council of State cannot afford to fail. They should demonstrate patriotism. They should come out to tell Ghana that we are not going to demand V8 from the states. They should assure the states that they will be prudent in their resources, in their demands on the states. They will be very, very, very prudent in their demands. This is the bitter truth. This is what Ghanaians are expecting from them. So it's good to give assurance.
Distinguished men and women in their own right, with your vision of empowering all Mr. President, I wish to report that we have 3 young men on this council who are in their 30s. The youngest being 32 years. And confidence in the council. Mr. President, you can count on it. We know you have taken over the mantle of this country at a very difficult time. The debt of this country, the energy sector, debts, and many, many other challenges. Mr. President, in the teamwork, consensus building shall be our guidance. Appointed, we are most grateful that you have seen something in us. We will not fail you.
It is good and assuring to hear from the chair of the Council of State, Honorable Do Ajaho, assuring the public and His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama that he has taken at the time that things are difficult, that our national debt, that he rightly pointed out, the energy sector debts that is suffocating the Ghana's economy, the educational sector debt, the health sector debt, with all other ones. No. It is good that though Ajaho, the chair of the Council of State, and we believe that the other members also recognize this. The time that they are coming is a very, very critical time that government need their excellent advice, their wisdom to govern this country, to reset the Ghana's agenda now John Dramani Mahama is talking about. Ghanaians are wide awake and they are watching and listening keenly. They are watching with their eyes wide open, with their ears wide open, listening, and will continue to criticize when the need arises. We, this platform, the bitter truth, is challenging the Council of State to live up to their pledge, to live up to their responsibility, to change that public perception that Ghanaians were calling for the scrap of the Council of State because we were not seeing the relevance of it. They should change that perception. And we are saying that the biggest announcement that they can give to this country, the leadership that they can give, the patriotism that they can demonstrate, is to announce that they are not requesting V8 from the state. This is what the bitter truth is putting before the Council of State. This is a humbling appeal. This is a passionate plea that the bitter truth is making on behalf of the people of Ghana, that they let the Council of State announce publicly that they will not demand V8 from the states. Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth. To demonstrate your readiness, to demonstrate your commitment to support His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama and Ghana to succeed. The show is the bitter truth.
There's people, some of us I work with in our public life, and I know they are men of repute. We have chiefs among us, international backgrounds among us. We have retired Supreme Court judge among us. We have a former Chief Justice among us. This is a different council, and this is the first time a former Speaker of Parliament is serving on this council. He's also serving on this council. This is the first time a former majority leader is serving on this council. And we have a number of businessmen on this council. Mr. President, Madam Vice President, we shall support you and Ghana.
It is good to hear the chairman, Honorable former Speaker Do Ajaho, recounting the caliber of men and women that constitute the Council of States. We have former Chief Justice on board. We have former Majority Leader of Parliament on board. We have former Speaker of Parliament on board. We have chiefs with international background, businessmen and women. Yes, it is good to tell us that the members of the Council of States are men and women of repute. Yes, and this is the reason, this platform, the bitter truth, we are pleading with you that you have made it in life. Honorable Do Ajaho cannot tell us he doesn't have a means of transport. The former Chief Justice, Sophia Kufu, cannot tell us she does not have a means of transport. And this is the reason we are pleading with the Council of State that they should spread the state of V8 acquisition. You can do it. It is not beyond you. Our request is not beyond you. We are pleading that tell the country publicly that this Council of State is not going to burden the state with V8 acquisition. This is a good note that you can start with. The bitter truth is making this humble plea to the Council of State. Demonstrate your commitment beyond words. Let Ghanaians feel that this is a Council of State with distinct. This is a Council of State which is ready, who appreciate the challenges that confront the citizens of Ghana, and they are ready to go through the challenges with the ordinary citizens. This is the bitter truth. This is our passionate, humble plea to the Council of State. This is the reason we are calling on the Council of State that this Council of State cannot afford to fail Ghanaians. Demonstrate patriotism. Demonstrate leadership. Don't burden Ghana's ailing economy with V8 acquisition. If Ghana is to provide 31 V8 to the Council of state members. If we save Ghana of this, it's a huge fund that to challenge His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama to channel that resources to create job for the teeming unemployed youth of Ghana. This is what we are begging the Council of State to do for Ghana, and we pray and hope that our humble request will meet the Council of State consideration. Remember, the show is the bitter truth. Drop your comments in the comment section. Let us hear from you. Be part of this family. You are the reason we bring this presentation. We are humbly asking, if today is the first time you are watching the show on YouTube, Ghana Band News on YouTube channel, subscribe to our channel, share our contents, drop your views in the comment section. Be part of this family. If this is the first time you are watching the bitter truth on Ghana Band News Facebook channel, like Ghana Band News Facebook channel, feel free to share, drop your comment. You are part of the family. Let us be citizens, not spectators, as His Excellency the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo urged us. It was a good call. So together, let's be citizens and not spectators. Thank you for watching the show, spending your credit to watch the show. Stay blessed, stay out of trouble. May God watch over you till we come your way with another unadulterated, authentic, bitter truth. Remember, today's presentation is captioned, Council of States can't afford to fail. Demonstrate patriotism. Don't burden Ghana's ailing economy with V8 acquisition. This is the best gift Council of States can give to the good people of Ghana. We thank you. Stay blessed. We say goodbye.